that's a good entry. Oh, oh, come on, dude. Why? Why did I break spin too? I don't know what I'm doing there. I think I messed it up because I broke spin. By doing that a lot, I'm landing short of that ledge in runs a lot, and then in practice, I'm not doing it very much. In practice, it always seems like it manages to work out even when it's an iffy jump, and then in the run, I'm always screwing it up. It's just kind of like, why? Why can't I do it? Be more consistent run. I really shouldn't be breaking spin there though. I think I did that once in practice, but I got away with it. Maybe even twice in practice to get away with it. It's just then I do it in the run and I don't get away with it. But I really shouldn't have done it. That was dumb. Well, I have had a run on that Varia pace before. That was not like it's the best pace I've ever had, but I've matched it 2 other times. So it's not like, and I have runs of 2 other paces of 11:03 Varia. So it's not outlandish. Yeah, I hope so. I just kind of want to get it done. Not have this stupid 1704 PB that's plus 50 of all. It's just even an 11.2x Varia would not be very good. And for it to be an 11, I think it's technically an 1149 Varia. Basically 1150. It is not. It's not it. I would have reset that run, except for I didn't have time to reset it. Oops. Oh. I was confused. I was like, I'm muted. No, you're saying that you are not hearing me, I think is what you're saying. Okay. Come on, series. I think reasonable 16. If I got like a 16 3x, I'd probably be happy with that. Even though I could get a 16 2x 1x. I think I could go to the farm room and still get a 16 1x. Maybe even a 16 0x if it was a really good one. But I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to grind for that. Like that run there, you know, I had to reset the lava dive room. You know, it's probably on a 16 2x, maybe even 16 3x pace. And that would be fine. I would have been fine with that. Yeah, there's a new way to do the ending, which is faster than the old way. And I did not have a valid run prior to earlier today. My 3 prior finished runs were all with the firmware mod. The firmware mod is not legal. But the firmware mod prompted discussion, which led to legalize the Spacetime, the software patch. So, mission accomplished. Um, oh, I don't know why I'm talking if you're muted. Okay, I'm just gonna focus. I'm just gonna focus. So much for that 324. That's fine. I do not need a sub 5 bombs. That's not important for this category. It'll be one of those frustrating things like that I won't get it, and then I'll be like, but I can't like. I think my new bomb snob time is 505. If I start getting above a 505, I'm pretty likely to reset. But I can't push it to 5 flat. I can't sit here and say, oh, let's redo early game until I get the sub 5 bombs. And even this, I think this is going to be 459. Yeah, so we got in there. This is all good. But I can't justify resetting over the 5 bombs, especially in a category with so much time saved. There's so much time saved after bombs, like, yeah, dodge the reset. I'm not resetting if it's a 5 flat. I'm not resetting unless it's a 505 or worse, then I might reset. Oh, I blocked the door. This is all not normalized now. Yes. No. This is not good. Now we gotta just go hope for drops. Okay. We got the drops we needed. Oh, you think I would reset if I got a 502 bombs? I will admit that if I had a 324, let's say I had a 324, oops, a 324 but first missiles, alpha missiles, whatever. So I'm on pace for like a 452 bombs or something, or maybe even better. Potential 450 bombs pace. And then I have a 24-second climb where I could still get a 502 bombs. I would probably reset that. I think that's probably true. So if it's like climb specifically is a dumpster fire, I probably would reset. Before I even get the bombs, I'm not even going to finish. So in that sense, yes, but in the general sense of I got all the way to bombs and it's a 502, kind of like whatever. I meant to bring that Rio over so I can farm it, but oh well. I have the missiles I want, but I'm still taking more. Please. Jeez, please. That's not good. I might have to consider conserving some health here. Well, it's not really the hopper's fault that I'm dumb. I mean, I just stood there and let them hit me, so or it didn't move very well. They didn't go super chasing me that time. A little bit. Oh, I was thinking about not taking that deboost. Oh well, I guess I did. I need to have a clean reverse hallway. And I also need to clean this room. Okay, well, step one. 61. I think we can make this work. Maybe I'll get health from that. There's some bug that I can farm. Oh, it could have been bad. Last time we got hit by that guy. He didn't hit us this time. I don't know. I think this is doable. Last time kind of made me nervous because I got there by exact count. Is this the same health I had? I don't remember. I feel like it's not, but I don't remember what health I had before. Give me some health. Oh, why you give me... Did he give me a super? Yeah, this is the same situation. Oh no, it's not! It's not the same situation! I tried. Okay, but I do have more supers. So my PB did this too, but my PB had no supers. And so I powerbomb killed Minigrade, which you should not try to do. Do not try that at home. It took me 2 tries to get it done. The PB handler for powerbomb handler for Minigrade is busted, and so he dies. Let me focus on this for a second. So Mini Crane will die from a powerbomb if his projectiles are in contact with Samus at the same time that the powerbomb's hitting Mini Crane. That's how you do it. This Faria time is barely acceptable. I would consider it acceptable though. Especially like I tried. I feel like I can live with the attempt. If it was an 11-3 Xfaria, I'd probably reset. 11-2 Xfaria? Okay. It's not great, but whatever. We're probably not skipping the farm, and then we'll just take our like mid to high 16 and call it a day. Oh, they don't discover it by playing the game. They discover it by somebody looks at the code. So, are you familiar with PJ Boy? If I say that name, does that ring any bells? He's got a disassembly of the game. So he has all the banks disassembled. Like you can find the disassembly listed, but he doesn't have them all commented. There are large sections, particularly in the enemies, where they're just gaps of like, oops, that's all right. Like in the enemies where there's large section of this instruction goes with this enemy, and then that's it. Like there's not any further detail. But he's been steadily going through and filling in those gaps, filling in those comments. So one day he's like, oh yeah, this enemy has, Mini Crate has a busted PB handler. Like he found the code that was supposed to be the PB handler, and they just didn't use it. Like they accidentally used the wrong method. And of course, since you don't kill Mini Crate with a power bomb ever, nobody noticed. It's totally understandable how that bug gets through testing. Guess I didn't need that last farm, but in the interest of just trying to get a run across the board. So yeah, that's how we found out that like the power bombs may or may not work. So you can one power bomb can kill mini crate, or like infinite power bombs cannot kill him, just depending. Okay, that should work. Okay. All right. Whew. You're in there. See, if I were to skip that farm, that could gold by a significant amount. Alright, we still gotta finish though. We gotta get this gate glitch. We do have the extra supers if we need them. Which we don't. Okay. Okay. This part's a little tricky. Okay. Now you start here. Right away. And then aim down. And yes. Just like that. Oh, can we get a 16-2x? Let's go. That's good enough. That is good enough. Thanks to GG's. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool time save. I really like it. I just like how you don't even move. You just turn and start firing the shot immediately. It's all set up. Like I can't even believe that that works. I think it was a 1440. Let's check it out here. I'll check it out. It's 1448, and it's still listed as 1448 from a year ago. So it's not been improved yet. So depending on who you ask, Zost, you can consider Zost the world record holder if you want. Zost has a 1451, which he accomplished on console, pure console, like no mods. So he sat there and did run after run after run until he got one through um, the Spacetime shots. So as you may know already, if you do a space-time beam shot in a heated room, you have a chance. Like every frame has a chance of crashing the game. And that second space-time shot, you like fall a little bit in that roof. So you got to get through like 4 or 5 frames. So that second one is just a killer. You crash like I don't know at least 80% of the time, if not 90 to 90 over 90. I wouldn't be surprised if it's over 90 crash percentage. Um, and the unfortunate part about that is that probably wasn't Zost's best run. It was just one of the better runs that happened to get through. And you'd rather have it be the best run, you know? Then Susrain broke the record by a couple seconds, but he ran on the SNES Classic, which never crashes. The emulator emulates the game slightly differently in a way that will never crash in that room if you do the shot correctly, so you don't screw up yourself. So that's where it's like, this is not. What are we doing here? Why are we giving the emulator such a significant advantage? So we finally got the rule changed. This is good enough. I mean, grinding for like a low 4-5 bombs, what an 836 alpha bees, it's not necessary. The Varia time is definitely a little sad. But the thing about this is, like, let's say I improved the Varia time by 20 seconds, and that makes it a 1607. How am I getting to 15? I would have to skip I'd skip that farm room. That's just so tough. It would be really tough to grind this skipping that farm room. It'd be possible. What I'd have to do is practice that pre-cathedral room to see if I can get through those Gigas more cleanly and more consistently. And then, of course, you're having to hit the gate glitch first or second try because you usually only have one or two supers, and you have to get the bootless lava dive, and you have to jump into the room correctly the first time, and oh man, it's just so much. I'm happy with this run. This is fine. 16.2x. I'll take it. I don't care if this could be a 16.1x, whatever. All right, GT Spacetime is done. Yeah, and to be honest, I wish there weren't, because if the only real failure points for me were occasionally missing the gate glitch and occasionally failing the out of bounds movement, let's say that kind of blind movement, um, I find myself relying on the sound cue. I don't know if you can hear the sound. And I actually messed it up right in practice, right before this run. I did it wrong in practice. I was like, well, I just won't do that in the run, and then I didn't, so that worked out. But you morph and you roll down and you fall down, and then you kind of bounce. So what I did in the practice attempt is, while I was bouncing on the ground, I started moving to the left, and that kind of messed up the timing. So in this run, I waited till I heard the bounce, waited a moment, and then I started moving left. And then there's another sound. As Samus rolls off the ledge, she makes another sound. And that sound, when you hear that, then you start going back to the right. The problem is that sound does not always happen. So you kind of have to do the room more or less the same every time, so that that sound will happen every time, so that you can use the sound cue. Otherwise, you're just blind off of timing. And it's just like, it's not that hard to miss that door transition incorrectly, and then you end up in the wrong room and you're screwed. The run's over. Even if you can save it, you're gonna not be able to PB. Um, but anyway, if it was just occasionally miss GT's the code, or sorry, occasionally miss the gate glitch, occasionally miss that out of bounds movement, and occasionally screw something up. Maybe it's the bootless lava dive, maybe it's something else. I could be okay with keep running it, but I'm missing that bootless lava dive too often. I really want to be more consistent at it, but it's just not quite there yet. And, well, I'll never say never count. You don't have to bootless lava dive. You go get high jump boots. Lava dive's free. The space time, it's not actually that hard. It's just you could screw up. So like you want to be able to do everything else in the run consistently enough that you can live with screwing up the last part sometimes because it's actually not that hard. Like if you would be able to probably after like an hour of practice be able to complete a run after another hour, would be my guess. Unless you're like having a really bad gate glitch day, in which case just don't run the category that day. Pick the run it the next day. You could do it. Um, I want to get to the point where that bootless lava dive is more comfortable. But I remember what happened with Chozo Challenge. I was really, really struggling with X-ray deboost. I had to pour a ton of practice in X-ray deboost, and now I can do X-ray deboost. Now that last deboost, I am hitting that like at a 90% rate. I have more trouble escaping X-ray than I do going to X-ray. So the practice did pay off, but it was a lot of practice. And I'm sitting here with this category. It's like I can't justify putting that much practice in this. Like it's not like that's it's not the payoff's not there. So I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end stream. Um, glad this is done.